Coming up next, we've got another artist for you. We are only halfway done here on Red's Room, uh, praising God one concert at a time. We are, oh my goodness, these artists are just making much of Jesus and making me cry in all of these songs and just filling my heart here. I hope they're doing the same for you. His presence is just been ushered in tonight. Thank you so much. So, up next, though, we've got Shawn Thomas from Newport, California. Shawn is a visual and performing artist based out of Newport Beach. His projects and passions have taken him throughout the world, working on humanitarian and creative art projects in the US, Europe, Africa, and the Middle East and beyond. Shawn is committed to using art and music to make a positive impact on people's lives and is a prolific storyteller, musician, painter, actor, and photographer, and has degrees in music, art, and theology. My goodness. His work is motivated by the belief in using vulnerability and common experience as a means of connecting with people of different backgrounds for the purpose of reconciliation. Currently, he serves on staff at Living Hope Evangelical Free Church in Fountain Valley, California, as well as working as the admissions and marketing director at a small private school in Huntington Beach, California. His first studio produced album, We're All in This Together Songs for 21st Century America, will be released this summer. You can follow him, Sean Patrick Thomas, on Instagram to keep up with his adventures. Welcome
Yes.
to Sean Thomas.
Thank you, Kat. Yeah, good to be here. Good to be back. Red was telling me it's been 2 years, I think, since I've been on Red's Room last. So,
Oh my.
yeah, it goes to show how prolific and how long this concert series is going on.
This, yeah, he's been doing this little concert venue that is just
Yeah.
growing and by leaps and bounds. Yeah, so 2 years, huh? So you were
Yeah.
there closer to the beginning.
Yes, yeah, and Red and I, we've been friends since the early 2000s. Actually, when I was in college, Red worked at a venue. It's a Christian coffee shop that was near to where I went to school, and that's where we first met. So he and I have been hanging out, doing music stuff and goofing off for a long time. So,
Red goof off never.
yeah, don't let him tempt you into playing him in video games. He'll kick your butt every time. So, yeah. Especially those old
Nice.
school ones, Nintendo
Oh
and
gosh.
whatnot.
One area where I am not good at all, at
No,
all.
my skills have left me long ago. I used to be like, oh yeah, I'll play. Now it's no,
That-
Scrabble is more my speed now, I think.
Sudoku for me.
Oh, okay, yes, yeah, very, very heady, very, yeah. I do have to
Very.
make
Go
I,
ahead.
I
Go
have to
ahead.
make one update. Actually, the bio that I had given Red unfortunately was a little out of date. I sent him a little update, and so I'll just fill you guys in. So
Yeah.
no longer working at the private school,
Okay.
unfortunately, since the pandemic. But my
Oh.
album was released last summer, actually. So the
Okay.
songs I'm playing tonight are from the album that's on iTunes, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube Music, all those places. So yeah, so exciting
Awesome.
and glad for that.
Awesome. Yeah, our bios can get out of date really quick, really
I know.
fast. I
Yeah.
speak from personal experience on that one.
Yes, totally. Yeah. And if you're not like sending out, like, oh yeah, it's like a Christmas card. Like,
Right.
let me send out my
The
updated
updated
yearly
bio.
bio to everybody I know.
Yes. Oh well. So tell us what's your first song? What you got for us tonight? So these
Yeah,
are all
so
from your album that you released last summer.
correct, yeah,
Okay.
and so the album is a compilation of songs that I've written since the early 2000s. My dad taught me how to play the guitar at a young age, and I really enjoy folk. So the first song that I'm playing is called "The Drifter." A lot of my songs, I like to consider myself a bit of a storyteller,
Mm.
and through that, through part of the bio that you read, Kat. I enjoy how story kind of connects people and touches people in a unique way. I feel like that's what Jesus did with parables so often,
Hmm.
especially relevant culturally or like people's work. They were fishermen or an agricultural society, so he talked about fishing and being the bread of life and sheep, for herders. So
Right.
um, that's kind of what I try to do. So this first song is called "The Drifter." Um, and yeah, some personal stuff peppered into more of a storyteller, kind of allegorical type of a thing. So yeah,
Wonderful, wonderful. So Sean Thomas on Red's Room tonight.
awesome. I'm not an old man, but I've been around long enough to know that there's no luck in this town. And I ride a black horse because my heart is the same. And I spend my whole life riding through rain. And when I was a young boy, I lived on a train. The only thing my father ever gave me was his own name. And all I know how to do is cheat, steal, and lie. The only thing I've ever owned is a good alibi. Eh, but I can't do this anymore. I've been so angry for so long. Oh God, please save me from myself. I'm drifting aimlessly back to hell. I've been running from my shadow so long it hurts. I've been running from your righteousness all day. I can't do this anymore. I've been so angry for so long. Oh God, please save me from myself. I'm drifting aimlessly back to hell. Whew.
Wow, great job, Sean.
Those
Wow, I think
pipes,
we.
those pipes, the harmonicas, no joke. Catch my breath for a second.
Got your lungs of a singer going there. Well, I can't even play the tambourine while I'm singing. So for you to do the guitar and the harmonica and all of keep all that together, no, bow down to you.
I was noticing, Mary, it sounded like you were playing some percussion. While that's amazing. I love that
Right?
kind of aesthetic, and that sound was so good.
Oh yeah, yeah. She said she I do have a small tambourine I use on one foot. Like okay, that's more rhythm than I have.
Yeah, that like spans the hemispheres for me because I'm like waist above, I can do all that, but when it comes to like feet, like that goes out the door.
Nope, the feet are done. That's
Yes, yeah.
great. So that was a really powerful song. You said you sprinkled some personal experiences. You care to share the story behind that?
Yeah, and personal, I mean, very loose. It kind of came from, I did like a road trip slash musical tour, a handful, actually like 10 years ago or something like that. And I saw an old man on the road, and just kind of imagined his story. Kind of like a weathered. I don't know if he
Mm-hmm.
was homeless or what. But he was on a bicycle, actually, just kind of making his way through. Oh, I got to get a new pick here. My pick just broke. Um,
Oh no.
but yeah, so it was kind of like that story slash other interactions that I've had with other folks who have I've done a lot of kind of like outreach ministry to people who are homeless or have just struggled in life. And so kind of a conglomeration of, interestingly enough, a lot of times you hear similar stories of
Mm-hmm.
people, poor relationship with their father, kicked out of their house or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes, I'm sure so many people know the story, our impression of our father kind of gets projected onto God sometimes. Luckily, I love my parents and they're great. I think my dad's and my mom are probably watching right now. I saw them in the chat earlier, so that's not part of the personal story. But I can very much empathize with folks, and it doesn't. I mean, maybe it's a relative or a work situation or whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
And we tend to project these relationships, these broken things in our lives, we project it onto God or other
Yeah.
people, and so that's kind of taking that type of deal.
Wow. Wow. But you know what? God can take it, and He welcomes
Totally.
us all. So
Yes. And that
that
and
is.
that's yeah. It's kind of funny. A lot of music that I play worship actually. I do at church I do worship and I love it
Mm-hmm.
and it's wonderful. But a lot of the songs that I write, my original stuff is a little more angsty, so
Okay.
you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's a part of
You
the
know,
Christian
I
life.
personally relate to that. I am still an angsty teenager at heart.
So good. There's all, I'm still like a Saved by the Bell person at heart, like
Yes.
the by the beach,
I
I
think
got,
we're about the same age here.
oh, yes, okay, sweet. So, every now and then I'm like, oh, I'm more like Zach Morris, but then I'm like, no, I'm like AC Slater, I'm trying to, make it work and dance, but rustle at the same time. So I'm getting off the
Right.
rails though. I apologize.
Just a little bit. That's okay. It's all good here on Red's Room. That's the fun of Red's Room is to get off the rails.
Totally. So the next song I'm going to do is called Freedom. It's again off the album. I had some amazing people work on the album with me, some amazing musicians. So if you listen to the song, like I said, the album's online, iTunes, YouTube, and whatnot. It's a lot more full than just as I'll play it. I have a
Hmm.
little kind of organ backing track. I don't know if you could even hear it. I want it to be subtle. But yeah, the
Yep,
song
it's
is
there.
called. Okay,
Oh
cool, cool.
gosh, here's my cat's tail. Sorry.
And your cat's there too.
Hello.
Super fun. All right, so this song is called Freedom. If for those of you guys at home, every time I say freedom, I encourage you immediately say freedom. You don't have to turn on your audio or anything like that. That's in shows, I'll say freedom, and then everybody says freedom, and it's kind of a call response, but it's intended to step on the lyrics step on each other intentionally. So if you hear
Okay.
the song, and you're like, oh, this is kind of awkward. It's meant to be that way because freedom, especially in our country, can be awkward, but we
Yes,
love
it
it, and it's
can.
amazing.
Good word. Good word. All right. Thank you, Shawn Thomas.
I'm gonna pardon me really quick. Yep. These are my mistakes that I will live with for all my life. Joy comes with your is freedom, freedom. There is freedom. 'Cause there is freedom, freedom, freedom. There is freedom. Wrath has been assuaged by your wisdom. Thank you, Lord. Beauty and disgrace, it's a perfect paradox. It's a mystery, 'cause there is freedom, freedom. There is freedom, 'cause there is freedom, freedom, freedom. There is freedom. But with so much hate that tries to keep us down, faith in love lets me see that you might be the very best part of me. There is freedom, freedom. There is freedom. 'Cause there is freedom, freedom, freedom. There is freedom. Yes, there is freedom, freedom, freedom. There is freedom. 'Cause there is freedom, freedom, freedom. There is freedom. And song.
That was awesome. There's freedom. Oh my gosh. What a powerful statement. Sarah says, there's freedom. Beautiful song, Shawn. That
Thank you.
I think that says it all. That says it all. I love that.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
I love that. So you've been doing this for a while, it sounds like.
Yeah, yeah, gosh, yeah. Since I guess early 2000. Well, I mean, I studied music in community college, and it's always been a passion of mine. And yeah, yeah, and so it was kind of funny. The album, like I said, I've been writing songs for the past 20 years or so, and
Mhm.
everybody's like, "Oh, you got to make an album," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'll do it someday." And then COVID hits, and I'm like, "I got time. This is great." I mean, COVID is not great. So let me clarify. Um,
Again, it's looking for that silver lining. God, it's
Dude,
yep. He uses all things for his good. So
yeah,
wow, some good
so good.
definitely came out of that
Yeah,
with you and with Mary as well. So
yeah,
love that, love
yeah.
that. So what you got next for us, Shawn?
Next is a song called "Take It Back Again," and again, this song it's meant to be rough around the edges. It's talking more about. Thanks, Josh. I'm looking at the chat right now. Josh, thank you. Um, so yeah, so this song is meant to be dealing with sin, specifically reoccurring sin, um, and that's something that I think is, um, a part of a lot of our lives.
Mhm.
Let me see here.
Whether we want it or not.
Exactly. Yeah. And so kind of how do we deal with that? How do we cope? Um, and so it's that kind of a sense. So like I said, the song is meant to be a little rough around the edges. So I hope you enjoy it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I had a bitter dream, at least inside my mind, of a cold dark room that's built for one of my own design. And here I sit, a criminal, while the keys are locked inside. Oh, how I long for freedom's kiss, but where's my sacrifice? 'Cause you can't take it back again. No, you won't take it back again. Oh, Christ, save me. I scratch in each passing day, but now the walls are covered in stripes. I lift my eyes to heaven's gate, aching for a sign. 'Cause you can't take it back again. No, you won't take it back again. No, you won't take it back again. No, you won't take it back again. Oh, Christ, save me. Yes, Christ, save me. 'Cause you won't take it back. No, you won't take it back. So a
Wow.
little caveat
Great
to
job.
that. Thank you. Yeah. Oftentimes, I feel, and I don't know if people could resonate, when I struggle with sin, sometimes I try and make it work. That's often because I'm trying to muscle it or figure it out, but
Mhm.
um, the paradox is when we let go, and that's where the freedom comes, as opposed to being shackled and locked in. So that's kind of where that comes from. So, yeah.
I, as a when I write songs, I kind of try to tell the stories too. So I love hearing other people's stories and
Mm,
how they relate and what God has been doing in their lives and how God moves them. And I think we can all absolutely relate to having those sin moments. None of us other than Jesus who's ever walked this earth have been perfect.
totally. Yeah. Yeah. There's only one guy who figured it out.
Only one. Yes. The rest of us, usually before the foot hits the floor, it's
Yes.
already just done for the day.
Yeah.
So that's yeah, and what you said, that just kind of locks us up when we try to do it on our own, and giving that back to God, that's the perfect message, because
Yeah.
he's there. He's
Yeah.
always there. He's always there for us.
Totally. Yeah.
So, wow, thank you so much. Um, David Thomas, is that a relative?
That's my dad.
That's your
Yeah.
dad.
What's
Wow,
up,
he says, "Yay! Thanks for the blessings of your music." Amen.
Dad? Thank you.
That's awesome that your dad's on here supporting you.
Totally.
So,
Yeah.
and even through the parental bias, that's a true statement. Thanks for the blessings of your music.
Thank you. Yes. Yeah, no, it's awesome. My dad taught me how to play the guitar, so that's kind of where my style comes from as well. But yeah, yeah.
That's a great thing that you can just give back to him and share with him. That's
Yeah.
wow, what a blessing. What a blessing.
Yeah. My mom's a
Oh,
writer too, so that's fun to share that with them. So
wow. So
yeah.
you've got one more song for us tonight, right?
Wait, yeah, one last one. And this one, I typically try and end shows with this one, so it's meant to be high energy. So so I apologize if I took you guys on a dark path. So let's swing it back up.
Swing
Um,
it back up. End on a high
yeah,
note.
yeah.
Yes.
So typically, I tell people if you want to dance, feel free to dance. I mean, if you're at home and do your thing. If you're not in an apartment like me, where my neighbors will be like pound, 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 I'm glad. Actually, my neighbors are great, so they definitely understand. What song am I going to sing? Let me see here. I have a list. Yes, yeah, blanking on the names. Stuff. All right, so this song is called "Oh Spirit Be," and it's meant to be pretty fun. Again, on the album, there's a whole bunch of sound effects, so imagine sound effects.
Okay. Thank you.
Sometimes I feel afraid, sometimes I feel all alone. Like this one's beating heart is now just a whitewashed stone. Here we go. Sometimes I try and hide my deep old wounds, only to come to find that I'm just an empty tomb. But when I am dry, or when I feel thirsty, oh Spirit, be a river unto me. Have you ever been touched, been so hurt? Like those you thought you loved make you just feel like dirt. Oh, when I am dry, oh, when I feel thirsty, oh, Spirit, be a river unto me. Oh, when I am dry, when I am dry, oh, when I am dry, when I feel thirsty, oh, Spirit, be a river unto me.
Woo! All right, Sean. I know
Thanks,
you
everybody.
had me dancing in my chair over here. Oh, I have to share some of these with you. This is so cool. So Sarah says, I'm loving this. Josh says, me too. I love it. Mary goes, love the groove and the message. Very spirit lifting. And I can't imagine when Sean takes a breath.
That's right. Good call. I leave all my breathing till afterwards. The
From the
oxygen.
diaphragm.
Yeah. And just with the nose.
Very proper.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's awesome.
Oh,
Thank you.
that was an amazing set, Sean. Thank you so much for sharing with us. Where can we oh, your dad says awesomeness, mom, and I loved it, and we love you, son.
Oh, I love you guys
Love
too.
that.
Yeah. Hey, mom and dad. Happy Mother's Day soon.
Yes, happy Mother's Day, mom. But where can we see you coming up? What have you got going? Where can we find you online? All that good stuff.
Yes, yeah. Instagram at Sean Patrick Thomas, and so ShawnPatrickThomas at Sean Patrick Thomas. Instagram is a great way to find me. You can search iTunes for the same Sean Patrick Thomas, and I'm there. Otherwise, I lead worship Sunday mornings at Living Hope Church in Fountain Valley and Neighborhood Church in Los Alamitos. I'm trying to play some, with COVID restrictions opening up, I'm going to get back into playing around different venues in Southern California again. It's been a long time, so I'm looking forward to that. So,
Yes, it
Orange
has.
County is where I live, so that's probably there. But if people feel free to contact me via Facebook or Instagram if you want me to drive up to Silmar or somewhere, like whatever it might be, I'll go, within
Okay.
reason. And hard to go.
Within reason. How about Connecticut? Would care to come
Mm.
out?
I'll go to Connecticut. Yeah, dude, I would love to go to the East Coast. I've never really been, so I would love to travel and do music. That's a dream.
Oh, same, same. Well, best of luck to you. It's been a pleasure meeting you and hearing some of your music. And
Thank you, Kim. Appreciate it.
I will be looking you up and following you, Sean. So
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I'm
thank
the same.
you.
I'm super cool. It'll be the same. I'm looking forward to your stuff.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank